Why I said no when my partner proposed. If the last time you've heard of a rejected marriage proposal was when you played The Sims as a tween, cue the Tchaikovsky followed by the booing noise, we're right there with you. Rejected proposals are often kept on the DL, but experts want you to know that you can and should say no if he pops the question and things don't feel right. Saying no to a proposal is always an option, says Tina B. Ticina, Ph.D., psychotherapist and author of Love Styles, How to Celebrate Your Differences. If you don't want to share the rest of your life with him, don't say yes. Ticina says that if he's chosen a public setting and you don't want to embarrass him, you can take the ring and quietly tell him you're not ready to say yes. Then chat about it when you're in private. On the other hand, Ticina says you can handle the situation right then and there. You can say, I think you'll be a great husband for someone someday, but I don't think we're a good match. Or, this is lovely, thank you. I care about you, but I'm not ready to accept your proposal. But if you're wondering what really goes down during a proposal gone wrong, these 4 ladies who've been there explain. He asked me way before I was ready. At that time, we had only been officially dating for 6 months. Things were going well, and I was in love. But at that point, I didn't feel like I really knew him. One night, we went out to dinner at the place where we had our first date. He seemed a little antsy and strange. All of a sudden, during dessert, he pulled a ring out of his pocket and asked me to marry him. I couldn't breathe for a little bit. Everyone was staring and cheering, and I was just like, oh my God, is this happening? My answer was, are you serious? When I realized this was not a joke, I said, can we talk about this later? I kissed him and everyone in the restaurant thought I said yes. We went home and I asked him what he was thinking. He said he just knew he wanted to marry me and didn't want to wait a second longer. I clearly didn't feel that yet. We were not on the same page, and he was taken aback that I didn't say yes. 3 days later, we ended the relationship. I just wasn't ready to say yes to marrying a guy I'd known for less than a year. I know I made the right choice, because at the moment, it didn't feel right to say yes. Wilson G., 35. In that moment I knew I wasn't in love. I always imagined when my future husband proposed to me it would be something super romantic and private because I'm not the kind of person who likes having all the attention on me. The thought of a public proposal where strangers are taking photos and watching the whole thing happen gives me anxiety. My boyfriend of 2 years ended up proposing in the worst way possible way for me at a baseball game on the kiss cam. I was mortified. There were so many people looking at me, and in that moment I just froze. I'm honestly not sure if it was the proposal or just something inside of me that freaked out. The second he asked was the moment that I realized I was not in love with him. I cried a lot, and then told him my answer was no. Nobody could tell because they probably thought my tears were happy tears. I was mortified by the whole experience. I had this gut feeling that he was the wrong person. I guess I didn't realize that until I was under pressure to say yes or no in front of so many people. It was hard ending a relationship with someone I thought I might spend my life with. But it was the right decision. I'm glad he proposed that way so I could realize that he was not the guy for me. Cynthia D., 31. We were just wrong for each other. My boyfriend and I were the kind of couple that would describe our relationship as having lots of highs and lows. We were always fighting or making up. We weren't good for each other, but neither of us had the strength to let it go. He ended up proposing after I told him I thought it would be best for us to go our separate ways. I guess he thought that by putting a ring on it everything would fall into place. When he proposed, I said no, and that became the official end to our rocky road together. It was the best thing for both of us. I am now married to someone I love, and we have a healthy relationship. I think he has been dating someone for a while now, too. Ellen D., 34. I'm terrible at showing emotion on the spot. I am so type A and like to be in control of everything all the time. I had no idea my boyfriend was going to propose to me. We had been together for more than a year when we decided to move in with each other. That's when he suddenly got down on one knee and popped the question. I did think he was the one, but I'm just so bad at dealing with the unexpected. He was on one knee crying and telling me about how I changed his life for the better. Meanwhile, I just stood there laughing. He knows I am really bad at sappy moments, but the whole thing felt awkward. I made him get off his knee and end the proposal. We ended up moving in together anyway. 3 months after that, I pulled myself together with the help of a good therapist, and proposed to him. It was my way of saying, "I'm sorry, I want to spend forever with you, but I just can't handle a secret proposal." We've been married for 2 years. Isa P., 29, why I said no when my partner proposed.